Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request, we've got from Alicio Mergia. I don't know if a different viewer asked for this, but if not, I have a new request. How realistic is the Hornets bombing scene in Tears of the Sun? Tears of the Sun, I watched that recently. That is with, Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis. Yep. You can see the scene here. Right, let's go and have a look, guys. Right, those are... First thing is, let's find out what Hornets they were, or whether Hornets or Rhinos. They are... Oh, what do you think? Hornets. They're all blurred. We think they're Hornets. Stand speed. Yeah, I can't really see it. It's too blurry. Stop there. Oh, yeah. Go. Definitely see. Yeah, single seat, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Right. C models. Equipment. Right, we've got... Sidewinder M, I think, on the side. I'm at 27 seconds, RC. On pylons, the next two inboard pylons and the wings, I've got AGM. Are they Sparrows or AGM 88s, do you think, RC? At 27 seconds. The valued viewers thinks that AGM 88s. I'm tempted to agree. I think the body's too fat for a Sparrow, and the noses are maybe a little too long for a Sparrow, and the body's too fat.
Well, you're going to see why it doesn't make any difference.
Am I going to see why? Right, okay. We've got a belly... Yes?
These are air-to-air loadouts, it looks like to me.
Well, RC thinks these are AIM-7s. I think
those are AMRAAMs.
They're not AMRAAMs. Oh, you mean like a B variant? They're very thick-bodied, though, and those front wings are really AGM 88-ish, I think. The guys think, the viewers think somewhere between an 88 on an AIM-7. Okay, we're not. It's just the resolution just isn't that good. So no. Okay, we've agreed they're not 120Bs because the fronts are wrong. So they're either AIM-7s or AGM 88. Right, let's carry on before we bore everyone to death.
Star 1, do you read me?
Helmet, I don't know anything about a helmet of an F-18. I'm not a pilot, by the way, so I just don't know.
Go on, this is Star 1, come in.
I'm not going to do the infantry stuff, because again, I don't know much about infantrymen, but if I look at, and I quote, 40 seconds in, there's loads of gunfire, and it's all aimed like 45 degrees upwards, rather than towards the bad guys. They're just all shooting in the air. How stupid is that?
Shooting at the planes.
Oh, well, there you go. We've got a lovely shot there at 146, much higher resolution. But I still don't know if they're AIM-7s or 88s. I think they're fat body 88s personally. But
I think they're Napalm.
They're Napalm, are they? Right. Yeah, I think AGM 88. For guys who are watching, AGM 88 is an air-to-ground missile used for anti-radiation. So this is what you would shoot at, for instance, a SAM track or search radar. Okay, let's continue.
Eagle 1, this is Star 1. Eagle 1,
this is Star 1. Do you read? I got buku bad guys between the tree line and
buku bad guys.
Stop, pop smoke now.
Did him out. And they come. Oh, whoa, RC. Whoa. Just jumped to 2 minutes and 27. They've got no ordnance left. They've got no missiles. Even the Sidewinders have gone. So, what's happened in the last, 30 seconds is they've shot off all four AGM 88s, the harms, and they shot off their Sidewinders as well. So they must have been in a massive dogfight, and B, they must have done their seed mission. However, their belly fuel tank's still there. So, okay. So they're now empty, no more weapons. That's fine. That's believable. That's a cool scene. And does that... Oh, buttons! They're pressing buttons! Hang on a minute. That's not right. Right, so there's a scene at 2:42. Everything appears to be in order there. The ejection seat looks... Well, as far as I know. I noticed the helmets are wrong. The helmets are just like... They're not the HMDs, at least, are they? I don't know what they are. Anyone know about that helmet? You'll need Lemoyne to answer that. I know they're not the HMDs that should be in this aircraft, as far as I'm aware. Now, this is an interesting bit. Watch this. Now, notice how that there, the missile arm, is a lot brighter writing than norm there. And that there, I'm 99.99% sure, is actually the anti-spin recovery button. I think it's painted more or less that colour. The missile arm is actually on the left-hand side, isn't it, RC?
Yeah, I don't know why.
So they've painted that as the missile arm for the anti-spin recovery, which is interesting. What I think the annoying thing is, RC, what was wrong with the real missile arm button? That annoys me.
I don't know.
And why would missile arm? I'm guessing he's about to drop some magic bombs or something. Why would missile arm the bombs? Oh, I'm getting so annoyed already. RC, can you hear how annoyed I'm getting? Next problem. Why?
You have to have the most patience for is to be a technical advisor on these.
They clearly didn't have a technical advisor. Right. Right MFD. Should be some sort of tactical awareness screens. It won't be SMS. It would be probably ground attack, an air-to-ground radar, or a T-pod, right? No, they've got a friggin' HUD repeater. We can tell that he's diving at about 12 degrees. We can see that he's got 0... I can't read that exactly, but I think it's about 6.0 miles, nautical miles to target. Why on earth would you have a HUD repeater in a ground attack mission, RC?
Because you have your head down to arm your missiles.
Because we have a head down to arm the missiles, which is... Right. Well, there you go. The stream's just asked us to go back to 149. No, we've spotted something new. On the fuselage mounts here, I didn't see these. There's an AIM-7. That can only be an AIM-7 there, as far as I'm aware, in terms of, it's obviously not an AMRAAM. So that's an AIM-7. That's an AIM-7, because it marries that. That, I still think is an AGM-88. I stand to be corrected, as ever. But it may turn out as an It's probably going to be an AIM-7, actually.
I think it's an AGM-22.
What's that?
Napalm.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. It's an Napalm. Now, I've just realised these are fake sidewinders. Look at the noses on the sidewinders. They go to 1 minute and 49 just before it goes to the pilot. Look at the nose on the sidewinder. There was no sidewinder that was made with a short nose. I'm almost certain I'm correct. Someone come back at me, but that's a short nose sidewinder, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't... Even the C model wasn't a short nose.
Is that a real plane?
I think that's a real plane. I think that would be very hard to do.
Probably a trainer or a...
We think... okay. Well, let me know what you think. RC thinks there might be a capture or something. I don't think they put fins on the capture. I reckon that they are just fake sidewinders. And in that case, I wouldn't be surprised if these are just fake AIM-7s. And they said, look, the fallible viewers are also saying a canopy looks fake. To me, it looks like a good canopy. The only thing is the canopy looks a bit big. There's the pilot's helmet. And I don't know. I'm just not really experienced enough to tell. So we're not even entirely sure. This is the problem with modern CGI. We're not entirely sure this is a real plane. But I can tell you those are not real sidewinders. And we're not 100% sure about the 788 argument. Sorry if this is so boring, but this is quite fascinating
So one, this
for
is
us.
Star One.
Bombs with the anti-spin switch. Sorry, got to go back and check that out. They've got the missiles back. They've got the missiles back. Got the fake AIM-9s on the side again. Look how big those AIM-9 fins are. They're massive. And they've got some ordnance on their wing pylons. But I can't tell what. And they've got the belly tank. So, missiles back. There they go, look. Run! And the missiles are gone again. Okay, we've now got one fake AIM-9 on the port wing, nothing on the starboard wing, nothing on the wing mounts. So they've shot all their missiles off again, apart from one fake AIM-9, and nothing on the kind of side pod mounts that I can see. But they've still got their belly tank. So they've had this belly tank all the way through. And also they've got a tail marker up there that I didn't see before, but that might just be my eyes. Please continue. You know what? Bruce should have noticed this. I expect better off Bruce. Something on that inner thing there. I can't see what that is though. Oh my god, it's a HUD! It's a HUD! Right, and this is an A-18C, so we know what this HUD looks like. Is there anything that's right in this HUD at 319 RC? Okay, let's just work this out. Oh my god, the thing's upside down. Look, the goddamn... The dive indicator's upside down. Minus 25 degrees there. Minus 30 there. Have you seen that? How did they manage that?
Yeah, it's not...
So this plane... this plane's actually flying upside down. You know that because... And it's not flying in relation to this world anywhere because it's actually a negative 25 degrees down. And that there is upwards. That's up, even though it's actually down. That's down, even though it's actually up. So that... yep, heading tape. That's not Hornet. Stream says they think that's a heading tape from an F-16. I agree. That looks like a heading tape for an F-16. What else we got?
Looks like somebody sat at the computer at the graphics shop and made up a HUD.
Yeah. Now, interestingly, we've got the horizon. That's a horizon line there. That's to simulate the horizon. Whatever you do, that will always stay on the horizon. So the horizon should be up there. So that has no relation. The velocity vector is on the horizon line, which actually means he's traveling completely wings level with the horizon, which is not. It's clearly banked left slightly and clearly down several degrees. So that just couldn't look any worse, basically. We've got a pull-up queue there. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a pull-up queue. But we've got no CCIP BFL. So why is there a pull-up queue? I don't know. One thing that's right, that is a real F-18 designating diamond. Do you see that, RC? However, to make it a solid diamond, don't you have to have a T-pod? Or have I got that wrong?
That could just be a waypoint.
I thought
It's
diamond.
designated as a target.
Okay, I will leave that. I'm not sure. Altitude. What the hell's happening here? Okay, altitude says that he's here 6,000 feet. Well, I can tell you. Well, it could be this is high terrain, couldn't it? So that's ASL. Going to be probably ASL altitude. So obviously that's not the right altitude tape. Is there an altitude tape in an F-18? Is it just digital?
No, it's just digital.
I don't think no. So there's not even an altitude tape in an F-18. And even if there was, there's AL at the bottom right, which what could that be? AL. I'm guessing it's altitude again. 4,100 feet. 41 feet. No idea what that's meant to mean. Nothing adds up, nothing makes sense, nothing here is from the F-18 apart from the designating diamond.
And the heading tape's in the dead center of your HUD,
right, yeah. The boys are saying that that's from an F-16. It's not even, I mean, maybe.
I'm going to say it's just
I don't think
somebody
it's painted.
painted it up on
I
the
think it's painted.
computer.
Okay, on the left,
Anything.
wow, it gets really stupid on the left. Right, on the left is sort of correct-ish. You do have a speed tape, a CAS tape on the Hornet, I think. I'm right in saying, aren't I? I'm so many planes we fly now. I can't remember if we've got a CAS tape on a Hornet, but there's a CAS/IAS tape here. And the funny thing is, it's marking out at 260 knots, and then it's got a Russian 6 over it. Have you seen that? So it's actually a Russian/NATO speed tape, which is interesting. We've got a 1.1 up there. That can't be Mach, because Mach is going to be, about 700 knots, or just below. So that must be G. So he's putting 1.1 G, which sounds right. Then he's got Roman numeral 3. Ha! What does Roman numeral 3 mean?
For, stores loadout 3.
Apparently it's on stores loadout 3. So that doesn't. Nothing of this exists. A kind of maybe the speed tape sort of exists actually, but it doesn't look like that. There's also a big rising sun at the top left. There's Japanese rising sun. To say, well, it's Tears of the Sun, so maybe Tears of the Sun. And what was that old one? Something Rising Sun, the video in Japan, the movie. Maybe it's something to do with that homage or something. Tears of the Sun. Is this Tears of the isn't it? Can't remember what the other one's
Tears
called.
of the Sun, yeah.
Okay.
The other one's Rising Sun?
No, it's not. It's something Rising Sun, but I can't remember. Okay, AMDT. I've never heard of that acronym in. This is in naval or anything, Air Force. That's just made up, right? Maybe this video. Maybe this was created. Maybe this was created on an AMD CPU, and that's why that's there. Okay. We've got infinity sign. Wow, I've never had infinity sign. If you're going to say that was alpha, no, it's not an alpha sign. It's infinity sign. And it's 522. So infinity apparently now equals 522. How do you feel about that?
Good.
Okay, so all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just have a quick look at this link here. We're just looking here at an F-16, or is that altitude? Yeah, that's an altitude tape there. Let's go back and have a look at ours. There are similarities with an F-16.
They took concepts from different HUDs and
all right.
melded it all together into one unreal HUD.
Okay. What's the matter? What I don't understand is what's the matter with a real HUD? Let's go. Oh, things! He's pressed. I can't work out where that is. That is a real pickle button, isn't it, RC? But it looks weird. Where's
I
his...
don't know. He's grabbing it from behind, so it's probably like the pinky button or something.
Oh, yeah. We can't really tell. It's also dark there. Pickle button should be right thumb on the left of the head of the stick, on the frontal face of the stick. Let's carry on. Right, the missiles that he no longer has have been fired. I can't think of any missiles that you would fire together that you would twin launch. So that's problematic. And look at their dip. Have you seen the dip they've got on them? It's like they're going out at like 200 knots or something. Okay, so missile. I can't think of any missile that could be. Any ideas, anyone? They're clearly just painted on anyway. Maybe they've found their AGM-88s again. They're not rockets. They're massive things, whatever they are. They're like half the size of the plane. They've just materialised.
CGI.
All right, let's have a look at the warheads. Is that high explosive going off? That does look kind of like high explosives going off. I'm guessing it's painted on. I don't really, I don't know. I don't make films.
It's napalm.
Obviously. Use napalm. Napalm is a really low explosive, though, isn't it? as in it just burns. Where there, you can see the kind of blast things coming out. That kind of looks like dynamite going off to me, which kind of sounds high explosive-ish. I may have that completely
But the
wrong.
napalm's buried itself in the dirt. The special missile, so it'll go off pretty soon.
I can see there's little flashes of gun things painted on. They paint on the gun muzzle flashes. Look. Okay, and how many explosions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that missile is multiplied to about 10 explosions. Oh, and they're being fired again. Look. Oh my god. Ah, look at them dip. Look at those missiles dip. They must be like slower than Mavericks. There must be like 150 knot missiles to dip like that. Meh. Wow, they're massive. They've got no fins on them. It's a finless giant missile that the plane never had, and missiles that don't exist that multiply into cluster munitions that do a sort of weird high explosive / napalm thing that we don't really understand. Make this guy fall over. And these guys do some stuff. Rah, jump in the air. And I'm guessing that's going to be the end. Oh, it exploded again. Wow, now that's more napalmy, RC. Do you see that these ones don't have all that kind of rock crap just flying up, which made me think high explosive. This looks like kind of, you know, napalm, you know, an incendiary device. Obviously, there's lots of them. There's about 20 incendiaries that have gone off there. And you can see, look, now, this is interesting. If you look there, and I'm not an explosive guy at all, but if I look where my mouse cursor is, watch what happens first of all. It squirts out a load of liquid, which mists. You can see that liquid there, and then the liquid appears to ignite, and then that whole flame ball comes up. So it's like there's a bottle of something hidden in the ground, which they kind of go up, and then it ignites. And it looks cool. How many missiles does that plane? Oh no! How many missiles does that plane have? They're going over. It's too blurry. I can't see anything.
2 each.
Two each. They must be really smart missiles. They're probably those new smart missiles that they talk about in the movies.
Yeah.
Like all that burning black smoke. So that's combustible. You know,
they have submunitions,
gasoline or whatever. You know, and then Blackwall. The 60s are in. That's going to be it, I suppose. Still exploding. I bet that was really hot. Have you ever felt an explosion before like that? Not an explosion, but a kind of napalm type effect go up before. Heat is friggin' unbelievable. Like even miles away from it, it's like, oh my god, what must it have been like to be in Vietnam or something when that shit was being dropped? So it's just filmed. So it must have been filmed from several angles, that napalm blast. Jeez, they must have had a lot of fire crew there, because if that's like the foliage, maybe they've watered it all down, or I don't know.
Tropic thunder.
That's the end of it. Right, so basically, I think everything was wrong. Am I right in saying that? Literally everything.
Yeah,
the weapons, the planes, the pilots.
Maybe the helicopter launched the napalm.
Oh, maybe the helicopters launched the napalm. No, they're 60s. They don't have any weapons.
They sprayed it out of their...
there you go. Their nozzles.
Their refueling probes.
The annoying thing is watching stuff like that. If you're looking at, like, for instance, Top Gun 1, okay, in 1986, a lot of it was classified, and you just couldn't, you know, they had to make a lot of it up, okay, because they weren't allowed to see a real HUD, they weren't allowed to see a real radar, and so on. But this, everything's declassified. Not everything, you know, IFF codes and interrogators and stuff are not declassified. But, you know, you can quite happily just show a cockpit, even when turned on, of an FA-18C. Why do they have to make it up? What's your theory behind this, RC?
Maybe they don't have access to it.
No, I mean, oh. All right, fine.
They may not have access. I mean, they may be able to get access, but they may not have done it.
If we can have access in our bloody video game, then it just annoys me. Cost, lazy is what the valuable viewers say. Anyway, I think we better end it there. I hope you enjoyed that and see you later.